A controversial video that the police say they cannot confirm the authenticity of has surfaced that has made the opposition raise questions over a Bhopal encounter in which 8 SIMI accused operatives broke free from jail only to be killed by the Madhya Pradesh police. The Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister congratulated the police, saying that these 8 SIMI suspects, SIMI accused, were in fact planning a major strike. Several of these SIMI accused are in fact charged with terrorism, including serial blasts of Ahmedabad. One of them is even charged with being a bomb maker. However, after this video surfaced, several opposition leaders have raised questions. Digvijay Singh went on record on social media to ask why these accused, these suspects, these terror suspects could not have been arrested instead of them having been killed. There are other leaders who are now calling for a judicial probe. The BJP is lashing back, saying once again this is the opposition sympathizing with terrorists. GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP even said this is the real Khoon ki Dalali, turning back Rahul Gandhi's comments on the BJP and the surgical strikes back on the Congress. Let's take this straight to our panel now. GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP, who made that comment, is with us. Also joining us, Vivek Tankha, who's of course a member of parliament of the Congress party. We're also joined by Vikram Srivastava, former Director General of the CRPF, who's been a senior police officer. And also with me is Asaduddin Owaisi, who has also said that we need a probe to establish full facts. GVL Narasimha Rao, the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, of course, has called these men Atankvadi. But of course, legally, they are, many of them are indeed terror suspects, but they are not convicted yet. So technically, they are terror suspects. The opposition is saying that these videos have raised some questions that need to be answered. Why do you call asking these questions, as you have, sympathizing with terrorists?
No, Barkha, those who are talking about the innocence of these people who were killed in the encounter today, why are they ignoring the fact that they are involved in a jailbreak, a criminal act by itself, and they have killed a security guard, a head constable, by slitting his throat? So, by no standards can anybody speak up for them, and I'm appalled that nobody has a word of sympathy for the security guard who was killed in this operation last night by the people who escaped from the jail. But everyone, the Congress party, the MIM, the CPI, CPM, they all seem to have copious tears only when terrorists are killed in encounters. And that too, when such incidents happen in Congress-ruled states where they were in power, be it United Andhra Pradesh, which was on the top of the charts, Uttar Pradesh, and Maharashtra, when the Congress was in power, there were hundreds of encounters that took place that never seemed to matter. But when encounters happen in small numbers in BJP-ruled states, I think they see a political opportunity. They want to use it for their own vote bank politics. They want to take into account the religion to which these suspects or these criminals belong, and they want to milk political capital out of it. This is the same bloody story which has been playing out repeatedly year after year, and people have rejected this, and the people of the community have also have always rejected such attempts, but they never seem to learn a lesson. So you have the same sordid tale playing out again.
Now you did speak about the policeman who's been killed, and we do want to say that his name is Ramashankar Yadav. As the Madhya Pradesh police just told us, both his sons are in the army. And I would say, Asaduddin, that GVL Rao does make a valid point. Why is nobody talking about the fact that a police officer has been killed? What about his death? Why is the attention all on these SIMI accused, many of them who are facing serious terror charges? Asaduddin.
Barkha, it is very convenient for BJP to talk all this rubbish. Number one is that we have condemned.
Which part of it are you calling rubbish?
No, everything. Everything is rubbish. Let me reply to it now. Now, the first thing is that Mr. Yadav would not have been brutally assassinated but for the inefficiency of Madhya Pradesh government. Why isn't the BJP doing some introspection that in a central prison where every nook and corner CCTV is there, why did the CCTV fail when Mr. Yadav was being assassinated? What happened to that? Secondly, what was the system doing in the jail when these 8 people had scaled 35 feet wall? Were all of them sleeping? They scaled the 35 feet wall, crossed the road, and instead of climbing the 5 feet wall, they break the gate. What was the government doing, sleeping at that time?
That is a different argument from suggesting a fake encounter. These are two separate arguments. One is questioning the circumstances of the escape. The other is suggesting that the police overreached. Which one are you doing?
Barkha, most of the police officials have been acted against.
Okay, Asad, complete your point and then GVL can respond to it.
You know, the story starts from the jail break, and the story does not complete over there. You have a third video which Mr. Narasimha Rao must have seen before all of us, wherein police is shown firing at a hillock. Now there is no counter firing. There is a video which shows that all these 5 people are standing with their
yes, we in fact have that video and we can bring that video up. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Owaisi.
Now, with no signs of firing. Thirdly, you know, we have no sympathy for any terrorists so long as the court convicts them. You know, these out of that 8 people, one person name is Majid, and Majid had a price of 10,000 on his head. 2 years ago, Majid went to the court and surrendered himself. Now this whole thing have to be debated. There was no ammunition, no arms were recovered. If these fellows, yes, they were alleged to be involved in numerous heinous crimes, in the interest of justice, they should have been apprehended alive, given the strictest of punishment under UAPA. But no, you don't run trial. Have a look at, please call that prosecution lawyer and ask him that for defense lawyer is saying produce the witness, you don't produce witnesses. So there is a rot. BJP has devised a clever formula wherein anyone who questions their inefficiency, their misgovernance, their incapacity to deal with a situation, they immediately hide behind their so-called nationalism and blame people that you don't have any right to question us.
Hang on, I just want to clarify that there are, Mr. Rao, 3 videos that have surfaced. One is the one we showed you where a suspect is lying on the ground and the police is shooting at him. There is another video which we're going to play shortly where in fact there is a suggestion that the men could have been arrested, as has been put on by some opposition leaders. Now this is the video that I think Mr. Owaisi was talking about. Asad Owaisi, this is the video where they are, you know, you can see these men and the hillock in the distance. So there are 3 contentious videos here, and Asad Owaisi is claiming that there was no return fire. I will now allow GVL to come in briefly and then Vivek Tankha.
Barkha, we are talking about dreaded criminals,
yes,
terror suspects,
yes,
who were involved in a bomb blast. Who are 3 of these 8 people also were involved in the jailbreak incident in 2013 from Khandwa district, and these people were apprehended by the police in Orissa in January, February this year, involved in similar acts in Orissa, and 2 of the same people who were actually who left the prison in 2013 or who escaped in 2013 were killed in an encounter, police encounter in Telangana. These are hardcore terrorists, hardcore terror suspects, and Mr. Owaisi wants to treat as if they are members of a political party, innocent citizens who are being harassed. They escaped from a high security prison. They killed a police guard. So do you expect police to sacrifice their lives in an encounter with them, allow them to kill the police, then allow them to kill a few hundred villagers? Then will Mr. Owaisi be satisfied? If you allow them to go on a rampage and kill dozens of innocent citizens.
Srivastav, then we will in fact play the sound on this video for you. Vivek Tankha, go ahead.
Barkha, I wish you had shown the video to my friend Narasimha.
Yeah, we are going to play the audio in a moment, but you make your point.
Argument.
Yeah.
But my point is different. Madhya Pradesh is suffering from grave governance issues. the way the jailbreak takes place at about 2 o'clock, I am told.
Yeah.
The government came to know about it at the highest level by 3 o'clock. The police was immediately out searching for these terrorists, so-called terrorists. And then what I find is that within 6 hours, the police has surrounded them in a village, nearby village, which is in the capital of Bhopal. And those people in that video are shown as waving hands and wanting to surrender. Now, this is a matter of investigation. I don't want to prejudge any issue, but it is very worrying to see that people who are wanting to surrender, they are being shot. I don't know whether they were actually shot while there was an encounter, because did they have weapons? This is again an investigation is going to show. But apparently from the video it doesn't seem so. The issue that I'm making is that how could in a jail which is one of the most fortified jails of Madhya Pradesh,
Yes.
in the capital,
Yes.
such an incident happen?
Now, I
Number
want-
two, who
Yeah.
helped them to come out? Who
Now
helped them to come out? That is very important.
So I want to-
Number
I want to-
three,
yeah.
if these people were not armed,
Yes. No,
If
the
they were not
police. The
armed,
police say they were armed.
was it necessary?
The police
What is-
say
was
they
it-
were
was it-
armed. The
Yeah.
police say they were armed.
That's a matter of investigation. That's a
However,
matter of
the Home
investigation.
Minister,
Yeah, that's a matter of
however, the
investigation.
State Home Minister originally said that they were carrying weapons made from plates and spoons. Now, what I want to do before Vikram Srivastav comes in is to actually play the audio.
No, Barka, just one more point.
Okay,
Barka, just
I need to play the audio
one
and the
more
video,
point.
so complete your
what,
point
What,
quickly.
what
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
I know how the administration works.
Yes.
After the escape, the
Yes.
police must have been under such great pressure, because there are 2 by-elections happening in Madhya Pradesh. The state was being painted in bad light.
Yes.
There must have been pressure on the police to do something immediately. And in the new jingoistic atmosphere that you have in the country, the moment you find them, you just shoot them. It's an excess.
The moment
That's
you
happened,
find them,
in
you
my
just
opinion.
shoot them is a big statement, Mr. Rao. I know your hand is going up, but I request you to hear the sound on this video. I want to underline the police has said they cannot yet authenticate the veracity, but these videos have surfaced. I'm just going to play the audio now. This is the video that Mr. Ovesi was describing. These are 5 men on a hill. These are the suspects. They're standing in the open, and this is what the police officer says on a microphone.
कंट्रोल, ये 5 आदमी हमसे बातचीत कर रहे हैं, 3 आदमी वहां पीछे से खिसकने की फिराक में हैं, चारों तरफ से घिरवा दो, चारों तरफ से घिरवा दो। कंट्रोल, ये 5 आदमी हमसे बातचीत कर रहे हैं, 3 आदमी वहां पीछे से खिसकने की फिराक में हैं, चारों तरफ से घिरवा दो, चारों तरफ से घिरवा दो।
The very important part on this video, and I will come back to the politicians later, is the police officer saying on the microphone, ये आदमी हमसे बात करना चाह रहे हैं. Vikram Srivastav, the opposition will leap on this and say this means that the terror suspects may have been ready to surrender.
See, this entire wireless...
Let's play the shots of the video while sir is speaking, please. Yes.
The entire conversation
Yes.
and the wireless intercepts,
Yes.
they must all be on record with the city control room of Bhopal,
Yes.
as well as the district control room.
Yes.
Now, this all must be logged.
Yes.
It is evidence. Second thing, all these people, their identities have to be established.
Yes.
Has that been done?
Yes.
Are they the same people who were lodged in the jail?
Yes.
Were they in prison uniform when they escaped?
But what do you make of these 2 videos? One where you were seeing a man lying on the ground and the police officer is shooting at him. The IG police has simply said we don't know if this video is true. This second video where the police officer on a microphone is actually saying ये आदमी हमसे बात करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं.
You see, all this is on record already.
Yeah.
All this will come up in the investigation. Let there be a straightforward, free investigation.
So you're saying this is
Everything
too
will
premature
up.
to make any conclusion one way or the other?
Yeah, no, it will get deciphered. It will come out properly. If the investigation goes ahead, it will come out. All this will be in some way connected.
GVL Rao, may I get you? I'll come back to you, Vikram Srivastav. You just heard that second video. This is the one video. The second video, the audio is very important. Can we shift to the second video where there is a man, the police officer on a microphone saying these men want to talk to us. I'm sure you heard the video and the audio. Your comments, sir.
No, Barkha, I think we should first of all stop politicizing any acts of terror and any acts of terrorists. I think this is something that Congress party, Mr. Vivek Tankha represents the Congress party in Rajya Sabha. I think I have a strong objection to the manner in which his party, the Congress, the likes of CPI, CPM, Mr. Owaisi, these are usual suspects. Anywhere a terrorist is attacked, you will have them shed copious tears without really getting into the facts of the case. And as far as this, there is an investigation which has already been handed over to the NIA. NIA is a very competent agency. Let them, and the people concerned are people with very, very crooked, shady background and involvement in terror acts.
GVL Rao, you made a comment
and
today.
then the fact that they escaped from high prison twice.
You made a comment today saying this is the real Khoon ki Dalali. What did you mean by that? Before I get Vivek and Asad to come in on this new video, what did you mean by this is the real Khoon ki Dalali in your press conference?
No, I think the manner in which the Congress party has been using every terror act rather than standing up with the security forces, rather than showing sensitivity towards the armed forces, you never hear a comment from the Congress party speaking up for them. You see them speaking only for the blood of the terrorists.
Okay, that's a
I
very
think you
strong
see them
statement.
shedding tears for Butler House encounter.
Very
No,
strong.
it's a fact. It's a fact. It cannot be denied. You be it Ishrat Jahan, be it the case of Shahabuddin, any other case, they look at the religion and they want to run vote bank politics. It's a very narrow-minded and a very, very cynical politics that the Congress, MIM, Aam Aadmi Party, CPM, CPI have
Let me
played
put this
all
to
this
the
while.
opposition.
And
Let me put this to the opposition.
This needs to be, their bluff needs to be called.
Okay, now you're saying that they actually sympathize with the blood of the terrorists, that they have not even said a word about the police officer who was killed. I'm just going to bring up the audio of this second video once again, and Vivek Tankha and Asad Owaisi can come in just once more. This would raise questions if the police accepts this is authentic.
कंट्रोल, ये 5 आदमी हमसे बातचीत कर रहे हैं, 3 आदमी वहां पीछे से खिसकने की फिराक में हैं, चारों तरफ से घिरवा दो, चारों तरफ से घिरवा दो। कंट्रोल, ये 5
Okay, Vivek Tankha, the fact of the matter is this is a video that will definitely, because of its audio, raise questions about whether these terror suspects were willing to surrender. But the charges against them are indeed serious. In fact, one of them is charged with a plot to assassinate a Congress leader, Sushil Kumar Shinde. So, how do you respond to GVL Rao's comments in the light of these two videos that have surfaced? Vivek Tankha.
Barkha, first of all, I humbly would like to object to my friend GVL comparing this so-called encounter with what our forces are facing at the borders. I mean, those are those soldiers are really fighting the enemy. I mean, both are firing at the same speed,
Yes.
the same ferocity.
Yes.
Now, this encounter is not something what you see at the border, and you compare this with what the soldiers are sacrificing at the border. It's totally incompatible, and I don't think my friend should be comparing this at all.
Okay.
This is sort of a public order, law and order situation as a state,
Okay.
where inefficiency of the state is writ large. They allowed people to escape in a manner which is writ large before everybody because of the inefficiency. And now, when the whole thing went public, you try to market it by saying that we killed them. Now, when you say that we killed them because they were armed, videos emerge and videos are showing that they were wanting to surrender. It's a matter of investigation. I'm not prejudging any issue. It raises a lot of questions, and
Let
these
me bring in
questions will
Asad
have to be
Owaisi and Vikram
answered
Srivastava.
both in investigation and in court.
Asad Owaisi, we did play that audio on the video that you were describing, and in that audio, as you heard, there is a police officer saying, "Ye humse baat karna chahte hain," and then the order is, "Inko gher lo." Now, we cannot imagine necessarily what a police officer is going through at that critical moment. So, let us also say that none of us are trained police officers who know how to deal with this. But the Inspector General of Police is saying we will have to look at the veracity of this video, and then is going on to say 3 policemen have been injured, 1 has been killed, there was fire from the other side. So are you jumping the gun by calling them innocent, Asad?
Barkha, there is a third video which I have seen,
Yes.
which has now gone viral
Yes.
on social media. Please play that video, wherein in the third video,
Yes.
the policemen are firing towards the hillock, and the person who's photographing or recording all these things does not show any counter fire from these people who are on the hillock.
This
You know,
is the hillock
and
video.
no one
Asad,
is bending
this is
down.
the hillock video. This is the video where you can
No,
see.
there is a. Listen, please.
Okay.
Barkha, please listen to me. There is a third video which NDTV should get immediately, which is clearly showing that there is a policeman firing towards his hillock and there is no counter fire. In fact, the standard operating procedure is you fire and you duck and you crawl and you go ahead. But here what you see is that there's a continuous fire by the policeman
This
towards
is
the
that
hillock.
video,
which
Asad.
no
I'll play the
crawling,
video
no-
again. I will play it again. One
Now-
more time. Just
now-
hear this
now-
video.
now-
You can't see it.
now-
This is that video. This is that video where the police officer. Let's just hear it once more, and then Asad and Vikram Srivastav can come in.
चारों तरफ से घिरवा दो, चारों तरफ से घिरवा दो।
No, that is not the video.
कंट्रोल, ये 5 आदमी हमसे बातचीत कर रहे हैं, 3 आदमी वहां पीछे से खिसकने की फिराक में हैं, चारों तरफ से घिरवा दो, चारों तरफ से घिरवा दो।
Okay, at any rate, Asad, in this video, there is a police officer talking about the men wanting to talk to them. The accused suspects wanting, the terror suspects wanting to talk to them. That is clear on this particular video. And then the firing goes from the police side. Your comment now.
Absolutely, Barkha. There's another video which you will get, I'm sure. But the thing is, when you see that video, you do not see any arms on those people who are standing on hillock.
Yeah.
By the conversation of that policeman, it shows that they wanted to surrender. Let me accept the charges made by Mr. G.V. Narasimha Rao. Mr. Narasimha Rao, I take honor and pride that yes, you people are paragon of virtue, and I am the only anti-national in this country. You know, you nationalism begins from you and ends at you. So you know you can live in that comfort, but I would tell you that you will have to face us anti-national for your incapacity, because if you were properly doing governance, a 35 feet wall was scaled by bed sheets. For God's sake, were you sleeping in that prison?
Okay.
The CCTV cameras were not working.
GVL can respond, but let Vikram Srivastav come.
Barkha, this has to be...
Yeah, okay. Complete your point, Asad. Complete one sentence more. Complete your point. Then Vikram Srivastav, then GVL Rao. Complete your point, Mr. Ovesi.
Barkha, I agree that these people were facing heinous crimes of Pune blast and in Gujarat.
Yes.
And if they were out on mission, for God's sake, we gave justice to Ajmal Kasab, then we hanged him.
Yes.
You should have arrested them, done your proper investigation. You had imposed UAPA, you could have imposed UAPA again, got 90 days of police custody.
They were.
That would have been a proper professional
arrested.
investigation.
GVL Rao, 1 minute. I'll just get Mr. Srivastav in and then you can come in. Vikram Srivastav, for a police officer at this moment, if we assume this video to be authentic, he is saying, "Humse baat karna chahte hain, inko gher lo." What is going through his mind? What is going on there with all your experience?
See, like the Madhya Pradesh police have said that they have yet to verify and authenticate this video.
Yeah.
Whatever is the video is with the, it's in public domain.
Yes.
So this will be there, and a straightforward
Does this
investigation.
video prima facie raise questions?
See, the statement of all these people who are on the wireless must be recorded at the earliest before a magistrate,
Yes.
so that these statements don't start getting altered with passage
And
of
don't
time.
start getting contradicted.
Because
Yes.
everything is so fresh
Yes.
that this is the right time, and I
That's an important
understand.
point, yes.
And I understand that the NIA has been given
Given
this
the case.
investigation. Everything should recording of
I-
all these people, so that nothing
Yes.
is tampered with later.
I do have to close.
Yeah.
GVL Rao, quick last word to everything that that has been said to the BJP, especially by Mr. Owaisi and Vivek
Just
Tankha.
one sentence. if
Okay,
I-
one
if you permit.
sentence and GVL can get the last
Barkha.
word. One sentence by Vivek Tankha and GVL can wrap. Yes, one sentence, Vivek.
Barkha, this is a fit case where the National Human Rights Commission must take suo motu notice and do an investigation or inquiry. This is what Justice J.S. Verma had done in Gujarat when a similar incident had taken place. I beckon the National Human Rights Commission to take suo motu notice so that things get clarified at the highest level.
Okay, GVL Rao, last word.
Both Mr. Vivek Tankha and Mr. Owaisi, I think their heart is bleeding for these great these people who are accused of serious acts of terrorism, and they have been given they were going through a due process of law. They have been kept in prison. 3 of these same 8 people escaped in 2013, and it took 2.5–3 years to capture them, and they were in the interim period involved in acts of terrorism again. And all these people face something like on an average 8 to 10 cases of a very serious nature. I think they were in prison. It is these people who escaped the prison
Earlier.
which warranted
3 of
action
them,
by the
yes.
police.
Yes.
I think please stop. Even now they escaped from the prison, and otherwise there would not have been an encounter.
Okay.
I think we should stop sympathizing with, you should stop sympathizing with terrorists and not pretend as if these are innocent people who have been picked up on street and killed because they belong to a particular religion. I think such
No one mentioned.
I think such protestations must
No one
stop.
mentioned
You
religion
must
in the whole
first accuse
conversation,
these
sir.
people.
Though no one mentioned religion in the whole conversation so far, at least
No, I think
not on this program.
But no. But Congress. What do you think?
Yes.
But what do you think? But for their religion, you think Mr. Owaisi would have been an?
I will allow Mr. Owaisi a quick sentence there, and then I do have to close. And we will be taking a break after that.
Would Congress have given? Would
Yeah.
Congress have made these comments?
Okay,
but for their religion,
Asad
no.
Owaisi, I'll allow you a
They jump
rebuttal
in
there,
only
and then I do
when
have to
there is
close.
an
I have to
opportunity.
close. Mr. Owaisi, one sentence rebuttal since Mr. Rao made a comment about you. Yes.
Barkha, the one point is BJP should stop behaving and believing that they are only nationalists. And the reality is, in this country of great nation of ours, governments of the day have dumped Muslims, called them terrorists. Governments of the day have dumped Adivasis and called them Naxalites. This has to end. Independent, impartial inquiry will unravel. I challenge the Madhya Pradesh BJP government to agree for independent, impartial inquiry.
Okay, we'll have to leave it here now. There are other videos that are coming. We'll have them after a quick break. For now, we'll have to leave this discussion here. GVL Rao, Asad Owaisi, Vikram Srivastava, Vivek Tankha, thank you so much for joining us on the Buck Stops here.